Hi, Kathy. Sound off. If there ever was a time to not fall in love right now. If there ever was a time for you to pick a side right now. We push the button, we pay the price. We set the tech, we roll the dice. I don't think that I understand the math of it. Trading our souls for gold. It's not enough. I won't be a pawn in anybody's game. Carve these words on my skull. Boom. If there ever was a time to cross the fucking lines right now. If there ever was a dice, they start the wars, we wear the wars. They lose the battle, we lose the truce. I don't think that I understand the math of it. Trading our souls for gold. It's not adding up. I won't be a pawn in anybody's game. Carve these words on my skull. Thank you, Texas Granny. Ah, fuck. Let me call her back. I don't think that Yeah, call? Huh? Oh, I am? Yeah.
So what do you mean I got to restart my show? I mean, just restart. Thank you, Texas Granny. Okay. Okay, hon. All right. Okay, hon. All right, bye. Ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing? This is Johnny TV. We are live. Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, give me a 1 in the chat room. Yeah, call. Huh? Oh, I am? Yeah. So what do you mean I got to restart my show? I mean, just restart. Hey, let me catch up. I'm behind. Spanky and Boise, thank you for the $1.99. Thank you, Spanky and Boise. Thank that. And Kathy Fagan, thank you for the coins. I mean the jewels. Thank you so much. And Texas Granny, thank you for the jewels. Thank you so much. I'm behind. Everybody looking for love in all the wrong places. Uh-oh, I'm buffering again. Uh-oh. No secrets here. Ha, ha, ha. Spanky and Boise, thank you for the $1.99. Thank you, Spanky and Boise. Ian. Hi, Ian. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Barbara. Kathy Fagan, thank you for the coins. I mean the jewels. Thank you so much. And Texas Granny, thank you for the jewels. Thank you so much. Okay, yes, Spanky. Okay, cool. So how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing good? I'm doing good. Everybody looking for love in all the wrong places. Uh-oh, I'm buffering again. Uh-oh. No secrets here. Ha, ha, ha. Thank you, Boise. Thank you for the $1.99. Thank you, Boise. Okay, sounds good here. Okay, cool. Ian. Hi, Ian. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Barbara. Kathy Fagan, thank you for the coin. I mean the jewels. Thank you so much. And Texas Granny, thank you for the jewels. Johnny, sounds good here. Okay, cool. So I want to tell everybody something right now. Carol, I sold you that laptop knowing that it ran slow, it was running slow. So, and there's no, and you said, okay, and you told me, okay, you told me to leave so I did it. I did that for you. Johnny Yarbrough echoing. Now I'm echoing. Can you hear me now? Am I still echoing right now? Losing you again. Okay. Hey, brother, they are getting an echo of yourself. Oh, shit. Okay, I don't know what to do, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to do. Ian, hello, Ian. How you doing there, brother? Spanky and Boise. Okay, there we go. Are we still getting an echo? Let me see. We're still getting an echo. Okay. You told me to leave my, so I did it. I did that for you. Johnny Yarbrough echoing. Okay, now good now. Can you? Yeah, Texas Granny. Carol said that I sold her a bunk computer, a bunk laptop, and I never sold her anything bunk. I always sold people good stuff. Oh, thank you. Sent me a gift. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 10 jewels, brother. Thank you. No, Johnny, what? What am I getting told no for? Audio's good. Uh-oh, somebody's writing me. Hold on. What the hell? You have the live where you sold the laptop. Yeah, I do have the live where we sold the laptop. Yeah, help me find that, Barbara Buffalo. Help me find that, Barbara. JT trying to talk to Carol, having issues with Johnny. Yeah. No echo now. Okay, so what we're going to do is, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get back to the song that we're listening to. Okay? It's back? Oh, fuck. I don't know, guys. It's repeating 30 seconds. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, I sent Mean Green the link, and anyone else that wants the link, let him know. Okay, guys, we're going to get back into the music, guys. We're going to get back into the music. Mr. X, I sent you the link, Mr. X. Hey, Mr. X is here. I sent you the link, Mr. X. Yeah, so I've been relaxing all day today. Just chilling. Waiting to come on to see you beautiful people. Oh, okay, Barbara. Send the link to the email. I've already did it. Okay, guys, we're gonna. Did Texas Gritty come out with that new video yet? Barbara Buffalo? Did y'all do that premiere yet where she cut everything out yet? Oh, say, can you see? Okay, here we go. 10-5 now. You're welcome, Ian. Oh, you're welcome, Kathy. Kathy, how you doing today, sweetheart? How you doing? I'm still waiting for you to call me, Kathy. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kathy. You know what, Kathy? You're here now with me, and we're going to make you laugh, honey. We're going to try to make you laugh. We're going to try to make you laugh, honey. Hey, Miss Martina Queen, how are you, babe? Okay, Ian, here you go, Ian. Okay, here you go. You get the link real quick, Ian. I don't got your email, so I can't email you the link. Here, let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I got your email. Hold on. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, Ian, I just sent it to you. Ian, I just sent it to you. There's no show? Mr. X.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, my friend? How are you?
Good. How's it going?
It's going good. We got another person joining us. Ian.
Ooh. Ian's here too.
Hey, brother. It's been a while. How are you?
Hey, it's been a while. What's up?
Well, I finally got notified like YouTube always does that Johnny was live, and I figured I haven't been up over here in a while, so I would join you guys.
Yeah, we haven't seen you in a long time, or I haven't at least.
Nope.
I haven't either.
Well, I've been busy. You know how it goes.
Well,
you're doing what? Go ahead.
Well, guess what? I guess Carol H is telling Jim that I sold her a bunk laptop. I have the laptop video that I did a live with Carol with the laptop where she said she wants to buy it. I told her way in the beginning that computer is slow, and she said it was okay.
Well, here's the thing that's weird is, I mean, I left the OTT June 15th. It's August 1st or 2nd. I mean, so that's even 6 weeks. And you sold it to her before that ever happened. It's been 2-3 months at least. She's complaining about it now and not 2 or 3 months ago?
Yep, she's complaining about now. Her and Jim is arguing. Jim is going over it with her and everything. And then now in their whole chat says, "Oh, Johnny scammed Carol and shit like this." I never scammed nobody. I sold her a computer, the one that she wanted, and I told her it comes on slow and shit like that. I mean, that's not my. I mean, you know what I mean? And I told her.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to explain yourself. I mean, that was months and months ago.
Yeah, and I'm that type of guy. She threw the computer away. Instead of her mailing it back to me and me mailing back her money, I will mail back. I will send back her money if she wanted her money back.
Wow. Crazy.
That's just the way
Well, I
am.
mean, here's the thing: is I mean, that's nice. I mean, how do you know what she's done with it for the last 2 or 3 months? You know, I mean, she could have screwed it up on her own, or who knows? I mean, she's never complained about it before, and I don't know. It's just there's a bunch of crap going on over there. I mean, I'm talking about this thing being at Saturday morning, picking up the van at Home Depot, and then I saw that. I don't know if somebody messaged to me or if I just saw it, but I turned it on, and it was just people yelling at each other. Like Jim yelling at Watcher Crazy, Jim yelling at Leanne, and I'm like, yeah, this is how they wake up on Saturday. This is what they're doing with their weekend. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's very ridiculous. And Ian, that's why I haven't called you, because I didn't answer your phone that day because I had a death in the family. Ian, my son passed away. My son passed away.
Yeah, and that's actually, yeah, I get it.
And then I had a falling out with Jim. I had a falling out with Jim. So
Wait, what? Wait,
yeah, me and
what,
Jim
really?
are not me and Jim are not on panel no more together no more.
Well, I hate to say this, but I knew that was going to happen. No offense, I don't not like anyone, but Jim, I have nothing bad to say about him, but I just kind of had a feeling that you might have a falling out with him. I just had a gut instinct. That's all I can say.
Yeah. But I moved on. I moved on forward with my life and stuff like that. So well, I'm glad you came up on the panel, Ian. How you been, bro?
Well, been busy as shit cutting lawns, and the biggest thing I thought because you're my OG community, you've been with me since I had 100 subs almost. I hit over 500 subs, dog.
All right, cool.
Yeah, now I just gotta get those 3,000 watch hours in. That's it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And Mr. X and I has been really cool with one another. He's been helping me out. I've been helping him out. And Mr. X is the guy that you want in your corner.
Yep, I agree with that.
The one that's making everybody money. Not necessarily here.
You haven't made me no money yet, Mr. X.
No, it's Jim. I made Jim a lot of money, but no, it's just the whole thing with the yelling and the screaming. It's interesting to be able to get a full month in, because I left the OTT in June 15th, and then it obviously shut down after that, as I was not the person pushing the plow. Let's put it that way. And so I've been able to have a full month, July, to kind of see what the difference is. And I would argue that I would, because now I can see, for half a month, it's kind of hard to tell, but a full month, 31 days, I would say my workload has gone down 60 to 65%. And I really can't, include like the memberships of the OTT, because that's $30 and it's hard to equate and all that kind of stuff, and that's years of building. But if I just take just the super stickers, cash apps, PayPals, Venmos, so work goes down 60%, and I would argue that everything else is up 45-50%. So I mean, frankly, less work, higher earnings. And the other thing is, I understand there's some weird caveats there, me winning the court case, having the 3-year anniversary show, and, a couple other things. But I mean, frankly, I haven't had a month as good as July since October. That's a fact. Yeah. Awesome. And there's been some headaches because of Jim and this and that, but really, I just don't deal with him anymore. I haven't spoken to him since the 16th of July. It's been a lot easier. I mean, obviously there's some headaches. He's still trying to, contact guests that I've had on my show and stuff like that, and trying to be an annoyance, but it's just not working, Yep. And not one of those haters mentioned here's what they fucked up, Ian. I had a show last Friday where I grossed $275 just in super stickers, which is pretty damn good. That's not
Wow.
PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, any of that kind of stuff. Yeah, so the people have been very generous and very nice to me, and maybe because it's the end of the month and people get paid, or we did a good job. Who knows? It could be any of that. And then Jim and Eric Foss were stupid enough to put their link in the chat. So if you go, I mean, like I could see right now, I'm in Johnny's back chat. I could see how many super stickers or memberships that he's got, yada, yada, yada.
Yep.
And so they looked at, Jim got $50 one show. The show that I got $275, Jim got $50, and Eric Foss isn't even monetized anymore. So it's like all this. So all they're talking about is like bot buying. And I'm like, yeah, for all I know, you guys are fucking buying me bots, or maybe people like me, or I mean, you can't buy super stickers like that. You can't make that up. So they're talking. And then another thing was, oh, you won't go live when you're at your property. Well, I was already planning going live. I gave a 20-minute notice, and I was live for 18 minutes, like a hair under 18 minutes. Nobody showed up. Nobody did anything.
That's awesome.
So. It's just crazy how people have been acting. It's not shocking, but I'm not going to get up here and yell and scream at people like Leanne or, Watcher or crazy. And by the way, Jim said August 1st, he's been talking about it for a year. August 1st was supposed to be the Watcher Crazy Son website debut. I have not seen it yet.
Of course.
There's nothing that's come out.
Wow.
So
sorry, Mr. X. When I came up, I heard you saying that you actually left the OTT as well.
Yes, I mean, well, there is no more OTT anymore.
Oh, it's gone.
It's gone. Yeah, I without getting into it, I mean, there's a show that my first XNN show on YouTube. I mean, we're getting into it, long form, and I've explained it a bunch of times.
Right.
There was a guy that Jim was interviewing, and there was a bunch of other things leading up to this. And Jim, basically the guy, laying pipe is his name, said a couple years ago he had broken into my girlfriend's router, broken into my parents' router, I found out, broke into Betty Hayward's router, because he worked for Spectrum, resetting the router, live shows, Rumble Chapter 71. It was knocking me off.
No.
It was taking information and doxing it. Jim was talking to this guy on a private call, because it's my StreamYard, and I have the recording of it, about having him come on a show and this and that. And after all the stuff that I've been through and getting Jim's back and all that stuff, I just came to a decision, because it wasn't just that incident. It was tons of little incidences where, I believe Jim was ripping people off with raising money for a van that he never showed, and just tons of little things. I think the last 2 months of the OTT, he barely, I think I had 75% of the shows. Wow. Like I had, and then I was on every one of his shows, but I had 75% versus 25. It was just like, and then he was playing football and, getting thrown off a team. And then he was talking to the Hulk Hogan's daughter, Brooke Hogan, and just all these things, one after another. And I just said, I'm done. And I went to, my YouTube channel was already monetized. I offered Jim the OTT to be his OTT, but I offered him, I have the Stripe account, the billing part. So here I could send you then he removed me from the OTT. It's his OTT. Once he removed me, I had no way of being able to help with the Stripe account, the billing. So I just withdrew everything. That would make him have to start over again with all the billing, which he doesn't have a bank account that I'm aware of. He doesn't have anything else. And and Jim said in a week the OTT is going to come back. A second week, a third week, and it just died without me there pushing the sled. It died, and then it took about 4 weeks for Jim to get his YouTube channel monetized. And he gets 100 memberships or 120 or whatever, which equates to less than $400. Right. And this entire time, I'm going through a court case, which the big reason I'm going through it is because of Jim. And Jim's going to play it on, re-air it and all this kind of stuff. Everybody in the family basically stops talking to him. And he's calling people that I worked with 20 years ago. And I won the court case. That, by the way, that was another $500 show. the day afterwards. So I got the insurance that covered the attorney that I paid for, just one after another, and Jim was talking trash so much. I just decided, I was like, I'm going to click his StreamYard and see what he has. And on a day that I had just comparison super stickers versus super sticker, because he's finally monetized. Don't forget, I'm 12 shows ahead of him. I've been monetized the entire time and reinstated. He's not reinstated. He just got monetization again. And he might have his wife, it might be under her name or whatever. Who knows? He made $50. I made $275. I mean, and then he's like, well, I made super stickers. I made cash apps. With Jim, there's always no way of verifying anything,
Yeah.
So it's just like in every live views. I mean, now they're getting down to like, oh, okay, you don't have enough likes. I mean, I never even ask anybody to click the like. I don't even give a. What does that do? What am I going to do next? Ask people to hype the video? It's just dumb. So, and we've had some good shows. I had a guy who fought in the UFC. I interviewed him. I had a guy, that I worked on with a couple films, and who's an actor and a writer. I had him, and just every time, Jim's called him off air and harassed him. It's just because he's getting slaughtered.
Gotcha.
So I haven't spoke to him in 6 weeks. I don't work with him anymore, and and just everything Jim probably went from making. I was mathematically figuring this out. Jim probably lost 80% of his earnings because of his actions. I don't want to say his propriety. I mean, like seeing what he's earned, and because people will say he'll call out what he thank people, and he's making $15, $20, $25, $50, maybe $100, and it's I know the numbers, and I think that Jim's lost 80% of his income.
Shit.
Because a lot of those OTT people were just people that were signed up from the very beginning, and they were just, going back up, and just, it was automatic renewal. Maybe some of them didn't even know that they still had it. Some of them, that's their way of supporting. And when that restarted, see, I wanted to be on the OTT because I don't know everybody's real name versus their screen name. But if I have their screen name on the OTT, I can kind of correlate that with the online payment program, which is through Stripe. And once I was removed by that from Jim, I had no way of helping anybody. So what I decided to do was every show I've ever had since leaving the OTT has been public and free. I've never had a membership.
Wow.
So it's been 6 weeks of free public shows, and people have been generous to take care of me in all that time frame. And Jim started a membership immediately upon being monetized, bragging about getting 100 people at $5 a pop, which is $350. It's not even that much money. And, it's just, and then he's got a month of work ahead of him too. Like he's got to do that. Like the membership starts now, but he's not going to do anything special for those members. There's not going to be any special shows or anything like that, so that's it.
Wow.
Yep. It was a huge mistake by him. And he was just, and then the other thing is he started, I think there's enough room for everybody. Like people, let's just say Jim has a show, Johnny has a show, I have a show. Well, Jim started attacking our biggest supporters. No. Like our biggest, longest term supporters, not maybe even the people who put in the most money, but just like the people who or moderators or got our backs the longest or whatever. He started attacking them, so he lost everybody. Like I said, he lost 80% of his income. He knows what I'm saying is a fact. Because I know this. If you go to Cash App, you could click your little avatar in the right corner, scroll down to the bottom where it says accounts and statements, and then look at transactions for the month. I will put up, if he does it first, my transactions of how much earnings came in just in Cash Apps for July. Then you can show, and Johnny knows this, and you probably do too, what your income net is from YouTube for July. Now, don't forget. So Jim has no Venmo, so I beat him there, and I guarantee you, Jim isn't even close to me in PayPal. So it's like in every measurable I destroy him in every measurable. More live views, more shows that aren't about being hater stuff, like going places, doing things, having new guests that weren't a part of this ever, like my shows weren't responses to him. Like they were completely new things.
Gotcha.
So and then he just went down the rabbit hole of fighting with people, and all the people that really Jim disliked the most, like Dale C.
No way.
I mean, yeah, they're all in his chats now. And Jim couldn't stand that guy. Sugar Plum, he threw her off the OTT. She's over there. I mean, at least she was. I don't know if she is now or not, but
wow.
Yep.
Thank you, Texas Drenny, for the $4.99. Thank you, Texas Drenny.
So really, the only people that he kind of has left, and some of these people do still stick with both shows, are like Cheryl, Noodle Salad, and like Carol H. That's real. I mean, that's really, and there's some other people who've popped up, but I mean, and a lot of those women are good people. Like I don't have anything bad to say about them, but Jim's going on shows with Watch Your Crazy and Eric Foss, and and this is one thing too that I want to discuss about, because like Jim talks about, well, he could go on this show and this person did drugs and this person did drugs. Eric Foss glorifies being a drug dealer. Okay. He was in prison for like a decade plus for being a drug dealer. Now, if somebody was involved in drugs or did drugs, like when we talk about Johnny's situation, and stopped that and bettered themselves, that's not the same thing. It's completely opposite. Eric Foss has shown nothing of getting any better. I mean, he got arrested. It was an embarrassment. Jim is the one who got the footage of it. He was, and that wasn't over drugs. That was over a fight. Now, granted, he did get out of it, but that was because he played the game in a smart way. So I think that's a lot different of a scenario. I still am not involved with people who are doing that. I mean, nothing's changed there.
Wow.
So that's it.
Well, clearly I've been away for a very long time because I'm caught up on stuff I had no idea of.
And now that I tell you this, and and you're just listening to it, and you're not jumping to one side or another, he'll probably start calling you. Are you in Canada?
I am, and
okay, then you're safe.
Yeah. And I won't pick up a U.S. number because I don't have Canada U.S. calling. I only have Canada.
Right. Well, neither does he.
Oh, Kathy, thank you so much, Kathy. Thank you very much, Kathy.
Kathy's here. I see Eric Murphy's here too. He's a good dude. Yeah. I mean, it's just, we could talk about it, but just to wake up on a Saturday morning instead of getting stuff done and to scream at Leanne and Watch Her Crazy, it's just not the way. Like I just got back from watching a new Spider-Man movie. I mean, that's what I want to do. I want to sit back and watch something kind of mindless and entertaining, and be able to talk about it on Monday.
Exactly.
Not fight with fucking Leanne.
Mr. X, did you see SummerSlam?
I did not see it. No, I saw some of the results. I saw KO came back, but I didn't see it. I don't have that. I had that ESPN during WrestleMania.
Oh, okay.
But I got rid of it.
Okay, well, Roman Reigns won, retained the title.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, hey.
Against Seth Rollins.
And then I saw there was a 4-way dance for like a number one contender. I mean, there's a CM Punk retained. I mean, I think that was going to kind of be the WrestleMania, because the WrestleMania this year is going to be in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia or whatever. It's not going to be in the United States for the first time ever. So
that's nuts.
So they really went all in with SummerSlam this year.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, it was so hot out in that desert. I mean, it was there was one point where we were driving away, and like there's like a little thermometer temperature gauge in that van that I rented. It was 110 out there at the height.
Snap.
Yeah, it was bad. Like dry, miserable, hot. So I have that little fan that I showed on XNN. It's a Ryobi fan that you stick in water, like you put it on top of a paint pail, and the fan goes and it like spits out water. it was so crazy that I had that going inside the little box truck. You know, I just brought like a little bit, like a 2-gallon water thing, and I don't put like maybe a half a gallon of water in the paint pail.
What was the temperature again?
110.
Holy crap.
And inside the truck, like in the shade with that water blowing on you, like I was so crazy. Like my arms were starting to get wet from the water blowing on me. And then I would go out in the sun and move something, this and that. And that water seemed like it was gone like in fucking 30 seconds.
Well,
You know, like that little wetness, moisture on your skin, gone.
Well, I just, because you guys use Fahrenheit, I just did a calculation. Holy snap. Your 110 is 43 degrees Celsius. That's freaking hot.
It's a 110. Yeah, it felt like a sauna, Eric. It was, and here's the thing. When you sweat like from your face and the sweat dries, then you start getting that leathery feeling where like it feels like your skin is tight. It's just, and then you feel dirty all the time. I went up there and I went to a studio, picked up, they were giving away a bunch of corrugated steel. So that's why, what the fuck's going on?
Hold on a second. Go ahead.
Who's texting you?
Someone must be texting, calling them. Who knows?
So I picked up, I probably got like $3,000 or $4,000 worth of corrugated steel for free. I mean, it cost me $200 to get the van rental and the gas and, 6 or 7 hours of time to go up there and back.
Yeah, totally.
But I was like, I could at least make a show out of it. And I did a quick little show, and then, I didn't want to stay up there this time, but it was just so fucking miserable hot up there.
Man, that is pretty damn hot. Damn.
Yeah, it's bad. And it's high elevation too, so if you're walking around, you start getting lightheaded.
Yeah, because of the elevation being so high. Wow.
Yep, like high desert hot. Unbelievable. But and the other thing is I had a lithium battery that I left up there, and I was like, is this thing going to explode? So I had to look it up. It's like, okay, don't have a lithium battery in 110 degrees. Well, inside the area that I had that battery, obviously it wasn't that hot, but I took it back with me. I was like, I'm not going to, it's a good way to start a fire.
Oh, definitely.
So, yeah, at least I got that out of it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Now, what are you doing? What are you up to?
I still got all the computer show. I still got the laptop show that we did together. I still got all that. But you want to go ahead. But what I'm trying to say is, you want to go in Jim's panel. You want to trash me and then come over here into my chat like nothing's going to happen. Like nothing happened. You know what? You know what I mean? It really hurt. I'm not pissed off. I'm just hurt about it, Carol. I'm hurt about it. You hurt me. You hurt my feelings, Carol, and stuff like. Hey, look, I got a show I'm doing, so I got to go. Call me later. Can you come up? No, you can't come up on my show. No.
Yeah, here's what's happened, Johnny.
All right, bye.
I believe that this is because like I had this long email Discord back and forth, like a long chain of emails, maybe 5 or 6, maybe not that long, with Hullabaloo, and about her and her husband, Mike Honcho, and about her being banned on XNN. And I'm like, well, you're not blocked, you're not banned, but he is, because he said a bunch of stupid shit. And she didn't ask, but I said, here's what I'm going to do. Just be cool. Don't say anything. If you're having fun, you're having fun, whatever. But I never saw her come back, and I unblocked Mike Honcho just to be cool. Just okay. I'm gonna and Mike Honcho's over there in gyms and this and that. And I have a guest who's really, Eric Spudik, who was a guest, really not understanding the humor. And I'm not saying understanding, but he's like really not part of the humor and doesn't know these people. First thing, Mike Honcho comes in the guest and starts saying, gay jokes about the guy. And, are him and I boyfriends and that. We just fucking blocked him. Hullabaloo, I spent a lot of time. I was cool with you. You don't know Eric and this and that. You guys aren't contributors. And I was like, you know what? And after all that time and me trying to be as cool as shit, unblocking your husband, you know what? Go fuck yourself.
Yep.
I mean, I couldn't have been. And you're like, you don't know that guy. And I don't know if Carol's doing the same thing, but it's like, if you would have called in and got to know him or been a part of the show and this, but just to come in and say that. And then, of course, the first thing Jim says is the only question they got was if that guy's gay or not. Well, that comment right there out of the whole interview that lasted an hour and 10 minutes long believes that Jim sent him over there. So I'm good. So,
Hey,
So, Hullabaloo, you want to know why your husband was blocked? And I didn't even block you yet. That's exactly the reason that those women, and you guys are blaming Texas Granny and all that stuff, that's why they blocked him to begin with. And they blocked him again. So blame it on me, but it's your fault that, I don't know why you would waste your time when you say, hey, listen, hey, I can understand it's time to joke around with Mr. X or joke around with people, but a guy who's never been part of the show, who's coming up there and is, with all the stuff that's going on with Jim is, going to be, and you're in Jim's chat and Jim brings that up, you're gone. That's it. We don't need you. Good luck to you.
Yeah.
Have fun on Jim's. And I know the fact that Jim knows Hullabaloo, that you and Mike Honcho are married, and he's probably got your email address. I'm not going to do anything to you, but wait till he doxes you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wait till you're doxed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thank you, Jeremy M, for the membership. You got it to Eric Murphy. Thank you.
Jeremy M's here.
Yep, Jeremy M's here, Mr. X. Hooper Clary's here.
Hooper's here, yeah.
Yep, Hooper is the man.
Barbara Buffalo said, I'm glad she blocked him. And Barbara Buffalo, let me know immediately. And I'm like, oh, no, you did the right thing.
Totally.
Yeah, you just don't talk shit and then try to come by in somebody else's chat and try to think it's all smooth over with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with talking shit and joking around, but like a guy who's really not part of this, and he's helping me by being on the show, for an hour or 30 minutes. He's not asking for anything, and then Jim's going to call him 6 or 7 times and email him and bug him. I mean, does he have to put up with that? He's doing a favor for me because he's a friend. Jim said, I haven't had anybody from the movie on there. Jim's never had anybody from the movie on there. He's got a recording. The recording's 16 minutes. He played 2 minutes of it. He's never played the whole thing. And Jim plays is something that I talked about in depth on XNN months and months ago. He said he didn't get paid residuals or something like that. I put up the residual paid and immediately, proving that wrong. It's just dumb.
Exactly.
So, oh well. Now, what are you up to, Ian? What's going on with you?
Well, I had actually funny that, actually it's great that you asked. I had a lazy kind of rainy day, the weather channel we want, the weather network as we use it. It's often wrong. They'll say you're not going to get rain, you get rain. You're supposed to get rain, you don't. Anyway, it's been like that all summer. So I had a lawn to mow, and I kind of called it off because it was going to look like bad weather. And,
is it cold up there? You're wearing a sweater. Is it cold?
No, it's only 20 degrees right now.
So what is that in American temperature?
Let me see.
Yeah, because we don't do the Celsius meter bullshit.
Yeah,
we don't know anything.
Hold on. I can get you that right now.
I mean, I know every other country does, but us. But
I should have known that. It's 68 degrees. I should have known that.
Oh, okay, well that's like air conditioning weather. That's relatively cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I went and waited.
Hooper says, "Can he get a hell yeah? Hell yeah!"
Hell
there you
yeah,
go,
buddy. Double time. So by lunchtime, I looked outside. It wasn't raining, so I decided to go and gear up and mow this lawn. And it rained off and on like it would. So I had a lot of it took a long time to do half the job because the grass was wet. Typically mow wet, right?
Yeah, it slows it down.
Exactly.
What about your love life? You seeing anybody, or what's going on with you? What's going on with that?
I did have someone in mind, but the age difference is too far. And
wait a minute, a woman?
Yes, I did have someone in my.
Was she older or younger? I thought it sounds familiar.
She's younger than me. I'm older than her.
Hey,
wait a minute.
Was it Arkansas, Ian?
No, it was not.
Wait a minute. So wait, this is a new story here. How much younger was this chick? You didn't fumble nuts us, did you?
No. She's 20.
Wait a minute. How old are you?
34, turning 35.
Oh, that's not that big of a deal.
I know, but anyway, I left it up to her, and she just wants to be friends, which is fine. So
Wait a minute. So she was 20, you're 34. How did you meet this chick?
she works at the general store down the road.
But here's the thing, though. Like, I'm 47, obviously in great shape. You know what I noticed, Johnny? When I walk through the grocery store, if women have their head down, I'm getting in such great shape. They I told my girlfriend this. I go, watch this. They're starting to like turn their head up and looking at me. That's the kind of shape I was like, I'm noticing it. Well, I think part of the reason is I got a D's Nuts shirt on too. Maybe it's in my head, but 47 to 20 is a lot, but 34 to 20 isn't that much.
I know, but I asked her out, and on Facebook anyway. Doesn't matter how I did, and I asked, would she like to go out, and would her, is it okay with her father and all that kind of stuff, and
Okay with her father? What is this, in fucking 1930s?
Oh, come on, be nice.
Yeah, but this is like 2026.
Anyway,
it's not like you're.
Can I take?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's fine, man. It's fine. I'm gonna switch back to my other story, and then.
No, this is interesting.
No, wait until you hear what happened with my lawn mowing job. Then you're gonna.
Well, no, we don't want to hear about your fucking lawnmower. We want to hear about your love life. No.
How about that? I got my truck stuck today.
Well, no. We want to know if this relationship that ended with the 20-year-old, if you at least got to bang her. I mean, what's the matter with you? Come on.
God, you're just as bad as Jim.
I'm not as bad. Right, if I was as bad as Jim, right now you'd be getting a call, or I would already be doing Ben Verified on the girl, and I'd be talking to her stepdad or something like that. No, I'm just asking a question. I'm interested in you.
It never got that. It never got that far.
Oh, it never got that far. No, I think people would say that Mr. X is not as bad as Jim. So it never got that far.
No.
There was never like, you guys never went to see a movie or a date? Where'd you guys go?
We had coffee. We had one coffee date at the store because she works all the time. So.
Okay.
Ian, did you find a glory hole?
Oh, come on, guys.
Yeah.
I want to know, Ian. You're my friend, buddy.
Well, don't forget, Johnny. We're like, Ian's 34, so he's young too. I mean, we're like 15 years older than him.
Yeah.
Like he's 34. I mean, I'm 47, so I'm 13 years. You're 50.
Holy fuck, really? You're 50? Holy shit.
Yeah, he's had a 50.
Well, I'm 10 days.
I mean, we're living a little bit faster of a life. I mean, Johnny, he's in Canada. We're in LA. Like, I live in LA too. I have never. But
I was about to say in 10 days on the 12th, I'm 35.
Okay, so your birthday's coming up too.
Yep.
Yeah, and so look at it like this, Johnny. I mean, I don't think that there are glory holes in Canada. That's like an LA, New York thing. You're living life a little faster out here.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they have gay people up there yet.
We do.
Oh, you do?
I know a few people around here that are.
How about black people? Are they up there or no?
We have every kind of person up here.
So they would be considered African Americans. They would be considered African Canadians. Do they call themselves that or no?
You're fucking hilarious, man.
I mean, I'm trying to think about it from that point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See, in LA, they have like the Chinatown, like the Koreatown. They have all these different. There's like giant areas of nothing. The downtown area's got a Japanese area. Like I mentioned, Koreatown. There's even a place. And I probably don't know if PZ's around. It's Ethiopian town. It's on. I think it's off Fairfax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I always make the joke because I always, hear from my girlfriend and other people like Ethiopian food's really supposed to be really good. And I'm like, it is? Like, it doesn't seem like it would be good. They're like, yeah, you got to try it. And every time I'm like, I'd rather try Greek or I'd rather go get Mexican. I just never tried it, But people like it.
Yep.
Yeah, there's also a section in LA that's like all gay people, West Hollywood.
Wow.
Yeah, and they have their own food. Did you hear about this?
Nope.
They serve hot dogs. No, there's no special food. Okay, that was a bad joke.
Oh my god! You know what? I'm so fucking tired. I can't believe I fell for that.
No, but there is West Hollywood. You know what? I would argue that West Hollywood is maybe not as gay now as it was, because I think a lot of that era of people kind of retired and moved to Palm Springs. Yeah, that's what I heard at least. I don't know. They got out of it. Are you still there?
Yeah, Texas Granny says they need to stop with Johnny and Mr. X. I will block every time. Clip that.
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead.
Sorry. Before I go there, Johnny, because my Wi-Fi is acting up, and I've been on my internet on my phone.
I got more questions for you. I mean, can I ask you questions that aren't about this woman?
If you have a few questions, I do have.
Yeah, because you're getting interviewed right now. So even though you're in Canada, what is your favorite? Is there like, you like Italian, you like Greek? What's your favorite food to get up there that wouldn't be like the local food?
I do like Mexican food.
Mexican food in Canada?
We have Mexican food around here.
Is it like Tex-Mex, like the U.S.? You know what Tex-Mex is, right?
Yes, I do. Okay,
yeah, like in Mexico, there's street tacos. I don't know if you've ever been to like Tijuana or anything. I've been down there a bunch, but like there's not quesadillas. Like that's Tex-Mex,
No, there's a Mexican restaurant near me.
Whereas my grandma used to say, Mr. X, she called me Mr. X. You might want to go to that Mexican restaurant, get yourself a little quesadilla. Get yourself a quesadilla. It's like an armadillo. Go in there and get yourself a little quesadilla. I go, okay, Grandma, I'll get a quesadilla. That's it.
Fucking hell. You're funny.
Anyway, yeah, so Mexican food. And is there any kind of food that you like? If I'm going to stay away from Indian food, like I'm not a big Indian food fan.
I see.
Yeah. What about you?
I like spicy food, really.
Okay, well that would be Indian food. Okay.
Well, Mexican food can be spicy too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What about if you were going to come into the United States and you could visit one place, what would it be?
If I wanted to do a road trip, I would probably come see Johnny if I were going down.
So you would go to Southern California?
Probably. It'll be a pretty long trip, but whatever.
Oh, thank you, Ian.
Center of the universe. Yep.
Yeah.
Not Florida, not Orlando. Well, I mean, you got Disney here too, the original Disney. I have to admit though, dude, the Disney in Florida is better than the Disney here. I mean, it just is. It's bigger, more well thought out. I knew Adele when her stinky ass would like Indian food. If anybody was going to come in the chat and say I like Indian food, it would be Adele. I knew it. Indian food and martinis. Don't go in the bathroom after her.
All right, Mr. X, Ian, don't go off nowhere. Mr. Hooper wants to hear the Fumbler song, so hold on, okay, guys?
All right.
Fuck yeah.
All right, we got to do that for Hooper.
Got it.
All right. Oh, too much. There it is. All right, Hooper, here you go.
Feebles, nuts are stuck up his butt, up his butt, up his butt, up his butt. Just one cough, his nuts got crushed. Nuts got crushed. Nuts got crushed. Now poor old Feeble has got no nuts. Got no nuts. Got no nuts. Got no nuts. Oh yeah. Feebles.
Nuts are stuck up his butt.
Up his butt. Up his butt. Up his butt.
Now poor old Feebles cannot fuck.
He can fuck. He can fuck. Can fuck. Oh, hard luck. Poor old Feeble nuts. Oh, poor old Feeble, you are fucked.
I have to say, I fucking love that clip. I love that. I love that song.
He is so gone at this point. I don't even know if it's worth it to do a song about him anymore. He's gone.
That was such a good. Been a while since I heard that.
Well, Hooper
anyway,
likes that song, Mr. X.
That's for Hooper. That's a special request. Let me do this. I'm going to pop down. I'm going to come back up on the computer.
Okay.
All right, man.
I'll be back.
All right.
Later.
Ian.
Well, my brother. So I will stay up until our other host there shows back up. I am on my data plan, so I don't want to eat it up. But
Yeah.
so anyway, well, you know what? I'm glad that you have cut bullshit out of your life, and kind of filled me in with what you've been going through, and regarding your son. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Hey, Ian, remember when I showed you that DJ equipment? It works good, don't it?
By the way, for the person who is bitching about a laptop, Johnny, years ago when I first met him, probably 3 years ago now, I'm thinking, I would have to look at it, sent me out a DJ mixer, and it wasn't until about a month ago, as I was starting to get subscribers, that I took it out of the dust bunnies. I'm kidding, and plugged it in, and
I'm back.
I actually did a test mix, not on YouTube for copyright, but on Kick, and the mixer kicks ass.
That mixer kicked ass, didn't it, bro?
It did.
Mr. X, see, I've mailed Ian a DJ controller from
You know what?
the United States to Canada.
Damn, that wasn't cheap, I bet.
Hey, show it to him real quick. Show it to him real quick.
Let's see it.
Let me mute. I have to mute myself to go into the room and get it. So hold on. I'll be right back.
All right, come back. Let me tell a quick little story about what happened in the movie theater while you're gone. I go to this theater. I'm going to watch this new Spider-Man movie. And it's getting like, there's a couple parts of the movie that are emotional if you've been following this journey of Spider-Man and the Marvel characters. So we're sitting there, and then all of a sudden, like, it gets to a real emotional. And you ever seen like a movie where it gets emotional and then something crazy happens, like they bring you down and bring you back up?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, and then I hear this buzzing, and I think it's like a fucking like alarm, like danger alarm. It's an Amber Alert on everybody's fucking phone at the same time. Scared the shit out of me. Did you get an Amber Alert earlier today, Johnny?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I was in a movie sitting there. Everybody was getting it at the same time. Thought it was fucking part of the movie. Scared the shit out of me. Go ahead. That's it.
Go ahead.
That is all. Here. Oh, that's nice.
Johnny sent that to me years ago. It's such a cool mixer. It's got built-in
Has lights in the front.
Yep. Little lights in the front, built-in speakers.
Yeah, now do you see those little silver things on the back of it?
Yeah, those lights. Don't you?
Yeah, PZ called me the other day, and he said when Johnny sent that, there was actually a camera in there, so he was hoping that you would point it at the shower. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. That's the rumor that's going around.
Those are nice ones. They're just LED lights. They go.
Oh, they're lights. Okay, I got confused.
No, they're just lights.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Well, that looks cool. Have you used it?
I have actually. I did a demo mix on Kick because I didn't want to lose my channel on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But of course, Kick fucking deletes your videos after 30 days. So
You want to hear a little something weird about Kick?
Uh-huh.
I get notifications, if I have my real name in Google, like Google Alerts, it's called, or if
Yeah.
the movie Samurai Priest Vampire Hunter, like if that whole term is listed, it'll send me a notification because that's kind of an odd. Usually, people don't put those 4 words together unless it's the movie.
Mhm.
Well, I get a
Yep.
notification that somebody's talking about it on Facebook, so I was like, okay, I'll go see what they're saying. And this guy's bitching that his Kick channel got terminated. He's like, oh man, I wanted to have a good night. I wanted to entertain all of you guys. Well, he was playing the movie on Kick and got terminated for it. And it wasn't even me who did it. And I was like, oh, that's too bad. I was going to contact him and say, hey, listen, we'll make sure that you could do it one time. But I'm like, why am I giving this fucker anything?
Wow, that's fucking crazy, bro.
Yep. So it made me think about Kick. By the way, Miss Texas coming in. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I'm like, this is my show. I'm getting confused.
Fuck off, you stupid thing.
Yeah, that's Miss Texas. Thank you.
Yeah.
She's a very nice lady. Miss Texas, I don't know if I got a chance to thank you on that little live that I did. Thank you. There was 2 other people. I tried to say thank you before I got out of there. Yeah, Eric Murphy was trying to get it for free. And like you can watch it for free on Tubi or Amazon Prime, but he was trying to restream it for his quote unquote audience. And he kept saying, like, I'm sorry, I can't entertain you. And I'm like, fuck you. You're stealing. You're not entertaining anybody. I'm entertaining people.
Thank you, Miss Texas, for the 5 memberships, Miss Texas. Thank you.
Well, I gotta get going and save my internet on the phone and switch back to my shitty
Now,
Wi-Fi. For the
is there any in the upcoming week? Is there any women you're going to be approaching at a library?
I live in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing around.
There's not a bathhouse anywhere near you.
I'm gonna bounce.
On that, he's all right.
You guys are fucking weird, but I love you both. All right.
All right, we love Ian. We're just having a good time.
No, I know, and you know what? Back years ago, I didn't have a sense of humor. I would fucking just not wiggle away, but go fuck that and walk off. But no.
I like that big dog you got too. That giant wolf you got in that picture. That's a huge dog. That doesn't even look real almost.
It is real. That's actually my Facebook profile.
I like that dog.
Yeah. He's outside right now sleeping.
Dogs wouldn't like Southern California, but I'm sure he loves or she loves the north up there, the cold weather.
Oh, you're right, Texas Granny. That's Charlie. Yep, you know it.
There you go.
All right, man. Peace out, all.
All right, peace
All right,
out.
get
Ian.
out of here.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay, hanging in there.
Hanging in there, huh? I feel bad for you.
What happened to Kathy now?
No, my husband, he passed out and fell.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
When did this happen?
this morning.
Oh, I didn't even hear about any of this. Ugh. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear it. I don't like hearing bad news.
No, me either.
So I want to ask you questions, but like knowing this forum, I'm smart enough not to ask you questions, and hopefully you don't take that personal because I just know what's out there. There you go. That might be the smartest thing to do. Oh, she's back.
What happened?
You dropped down.
I went to hit the unmute button. PZ told me to tell you, hey, girlfriend, I'm here now.
Hi, boyfriend.
So is everything? I mean, the short, is everything okay with him? Is he doing okay?
Yeah, they're gonna have a pulmonologist look at him because they think now something's wrong with the lungs on top of the heart. So
Is that him in the picture?
yeah.
Okay. Well, all I could do is wish him the best, and or I don't know what else to say. I don't want to say anything here on YouTube. You could always just,
Yeah, I can message you.
Yeah, I mean, I yeah, I mean, like I'm very hesitant to say anything, and I know that I'm usually not hesitant, but I just know the murky waters that are out there.
Yeah.
155 in here. Hit that like button, please.
This is not the time to go sailing, if you know what I mean.
What PD? You know, one of them is Jim Carrey.
Well, that's the murky waters.
That's the murky waters.
And here's the thing I don't understand about this too. I mean, somebody enlighten me. What's the point of Eric Foss's show? Like, he's not monetized. Is he just going on there for like cash apps and pay? Well, like Jim was. Is that like what's the goal here? Like Leanne's channel, her job is to be a pest. That's what she wants to do. Okay, good for her. Go do whatever you want. Like Watcher Crazy monetized, also a pest. You know, but like, what is Eric Foss's goal? You know,
I have no idea.
I have no clue.
But he must be monetized because he gets super chats and super stickers.
Kathy, I went into his show. I clicked his StreamYard link, and I went into his show. And I didn't record his backstage, but I recorded Jim's and mine's from Friday. And there was no place, either he didn't get one or he's not monetized. He is monetized, you're saying, Barbara Buffalo? Okay, then I stand corrected. Well, I can 100% tell you that when I went into his show, and so I'm assuming that probably would have been Friday's show, he didn't get $1. Not even a fucking dollar.
Well, that's what happens when you let people up and let them trash everybody. So.
Right. Well, that's what I was trying to tell Shark Hitter. You know?
Yeah, but I don't know whether he's afraid or what's going on with him.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Eric's really not in a position to really talk about anybody or say anything bad about anybody. You know, he lives with his mom in a trailer. And it's not like that's conjecture. He got arrested in front of it. Like, his arrest video, it's probably not as bad as Laying Pipes, because Laying Pipe had the snooter and he got talked down to by the cops and all that. That was probably the worst one. But, like, we knew Laying Pipe looked kind of bad. And, you know, we had a different image of Eric. Eric looked bad. But Eric seemed like more like what I would think in a movie with like dogs and cops. And it's, you know, like you see helicopters flying around with lights and shit. I mean, granted, it was during the middle of the day. But there were all kinds of people with vests on and stuff. We're Laying the Pipe. They just took him in a room and it was embarrassing. Like, and then, you know, say what you will about, you know, the situation that I went through or this or that. I would be so fucking pissed at that Michelle meltdown if she put me in a position that I even had to spend 3 hours in jail, let alone a couple weeks or however long that was for. Bad. I'm not making fun of it. I'm just looking at like if it was me in that position. But then again, I wouldn't have gone to her house and hit somebody with a stick. But I don't know. It's just, I mean, but you know what? He came out of jail and he actually looked healthier.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe obviously it's just such a different world from, I think most of us don't live that way.
Laying Pipe, that was before I even came on YouTube. I have no idea who that is.
That was a guy who he was friends with Ruben Sanchez. I think they lived together. And then later on, he became a hater. Then he started dating Betty Hayward. And by the way, Betty Hayward has never said anything to me. I just pitched an idea of like, hey, if we ever play that call, I think it'd be interesting just to pitch an idea. It's not like she contacted me and said, yeah, I'll do it. Or no, I would never do it. I just it has nothing, at this point, it has nothing to do with her. I just threw out an idea. You know, I mean, don't attack her. I guess Jim said something about if Betty Hayward ever goes on Mr. X's show, that'd be it. What is Jim going to do? Call her next door neighbor? I mean, what are they going to do? Go into her modem? I mean, what could you do? Steffi is here. What's up, Steffi? I haven't seen her in a while. I saw she was doing some of her comedy show the other day. I checked out a little bit of it. I was in there. I didn't say nothing, but I was there for a little bit.
Oh, she's got a new name. Hi, Steffi.
I think it's her.
Hey, Steffi. Oh no, that's Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy, Jarhead Jimmy.
Jarhead Jimmy.
Oh, hi, John.
Okay. I thought it was Massive Steffi, but it's Massive Stiffy.
Yeah.
My bad. It's not Steffi. My bad. Well, if she's out there and she hears it, hey, Steffi too, and then what's up, Hey, Jarhead Jimmy. Him and I got a lot in common. Both of us have been in many special ops. You know, I've done a lot of ops over the years. I tell you about these ops that I used to pull in Afghanistan.
No.
Yeah. Well, you know that, I was a contractor, military contractor, and I went over there and dealt with a lot of these warlords. Sometimes the ops were very private. Sometimes you would try to infiltrate and just start a fight. But, I saw one where it was my commanding officer told me that he's going to go talk to one of these warlords. I'm like, all right, well, I'll just stay back here with the gear, with a truck. And I was watching him from, about 200 meters on a scope. And this warlord came out, and he must have been like 9 feet tall. Yeah.
The Taliban.
Yeah.
Taliban.
They got that Taliban people. I hear they got. I've seen it. There's got like 10 people. Yeah, that was the op that I was part of. Yep. Anyway.
My son-in-law is like 6'10".
Is he 6'10"?
Yeah.
I just said that because I've been seeing a lot of videos on Joe Rogan lately about all these giants, like human being giants that are in Afghanistan, like not Bellevue agromaglia giants, like where they have a pituitary thing, but like just human beings who are 10 or 12 feet, like in the Bible.
Wow.
Yeah. I was in an op. I saw it.
He's a volunteer firefighter.
Jarhead Jimmy is?
No, my son-in-law.
Oh, your son-in-law is. Was he over there too?
No. But I'm just saying he's very tall. My daughter looks like a midget.
I understand what you're saying.
She looks like a midget.
I don't think I'd want to be any more. I mean, I'm 6'1". I think 6'4" is like the max. Like I'm right at the thing where it's like if I'm in a plane, I got to sit in the aisle. It's comfortable, but I don't want to sit on the middle seat or the interior seat because my legs are too long. If I was 6'4", that would be but 6'10" was like no way. By the way, I want to say thank you to Texas Granny.
Yes,
thank
you, Texas Granny,
for coming in on the PayPal. And then Allie came in the other day. This is on the 1st. I think this was during the live that we did or after the live that we did up there in Palmdale. So thank you, Allie. I saw that too. Here you go. I don't know. 6'8" would be, I think anything over 6'3", 6'4" is too much. I mean, getting on planes, hotel beds, cars, you got to start thinking about that. I mean, yeah, you could play basketball and all that, but once you get above 35, it starts becoming a problem.
and my daughter is 5'4", so it's like a big difference.
Oh wow! So he's 6'10" and she's 5'4".
It's funny though. He's such a sweetheart because he'll come in, he'll do my windows and stuff because I don't have this way. I don't have to go on a ladder. He just stands there.
Well, that's a different. I mean, it's always like sometimes like that. There's opposites attract. You hear that a lot. You know, I've told you you guys the stories of the lady I used to date back in the day, right?
Which no.
No, you don't know the story. Oh, hold on. What is that? Hold on. We'll get back to the lady I dated in a second. What is that, Johnny?
Texas Granny did that for me.
Looks like brass knuckles.
Yep, it's brass knuckles. It says Johnny TV, 5-finger death punch.
Oh, well, that would make sense for the brass knuckles.
Yeah, she made it into a thumbnail.
I like it.
Yeah.
Did X hear Eric talking shit about him the other day?
It's
Did
funny.
you hear about that?
My son-in-law, we went to like a carnival, not carnival, like an amusement park.
Yeah.
And there were rides he couldn't go on because he was too tall.
There you go. Right. That's what I was
I
saying.
think you already announced that, Paul.
Okay.
I mean, well, getting back to them, we'll talk about the Eric thing. Yeah, I had this chick that I dated for a while, and she was actually handicapped. Did you hear about this one or no?
No.
She had a wooden leg. Didn't work out very well. The relationship, I had to break it off. Little old joke for the Mr. X working at N. Okay, there was no dating, but I just wanted to work that in. Okay, here we go. Now, what did Peasy say?
What'd you say again, PZ, about Eric?
How he's trying to get you and X in a fight.
Oh, Eric is trying to get me and you into a fight.
Over what?
Over what?
He said he was the first one that. Never mind. We'll tell X you probably.
No, go ahead, tell it to me here. I mean, I don't care. I mean, I'm very level-headed.
It's about me. What you told Eric in the beginning about me when all that.
Tell me what I said. Tell me more about it. You don't have to sugarcoat. What did I say? What are they alleging that I said?
You said Johnny was a pedo.
You told him that I was a pedo.
You told
Okay.
him before Jim told him. And
I don't recall that ever. Does he have proof of that?
Does he have proof of that?
Yeah, proof that I said that.
And how many years ago was that? I mean, come on.
Why does Johnny have to be the topic here?
So I remember only ever having one phone call with Eric. I don't remember talking about Johnny. I'm not saying I did talk about Johnny. I'm not saying I didn't talk about Johnny, but let's talk about some facts. The last time Jim ever spoke to anybody in Johnny's family on Rumble, I stayed off the show. I had nothing to do with it. I would when Jim wasn't playing the call, I would come up. I told Jim, I said, I'm not being a part of this for a bunch of different reasons. First of all, I just don't want to be associated with any of this kind of content. But second of all, it's like, it is what it is. So I know that he said stuff about, Johnny and this. And by the way, every one of those interviews, none of them were like, I didn't conduct any of them. Now, I am going to say this. I don't believe any of them were fake. I don't believe Jim gets actors or anything. I'll stand by that. I'm sure I've said that in the past. Now, if what they're saying, if you believe what they're saying or not, that's up to you. That's a loaded deck. But what I did say about Johnny's show is the reason when Jim started coming back here, I didn't come on the show for a long time, is because I was worried that Jim was going to use Johnny as a prop. I would come back up here, be left in the lurch, and Jim would attack Johnny. So I stayed away. The main reason I stayed away from it was just to see what happened. And as I saw everybody was cool and everybody was getting along and Jim wasn't going to attack Johnny or just use Johnny to get back at Fumble Nuts, then I said, okay, I see everything's cool. I see the audience is over here. And I've told this to many people. Then I started coming back up on shows. And I've always stood by that.
Yeah.
So.
They brought up Johnny for no reason. It was just for content. That's what they did.
But if they want to talk about those phone calls or anything, the person they need to talk about is not me, is to Jim. Jim's the one who did the fucking phone calls, not me.
Yeah.
Now I was on some of the shows, some of the initial shows, like maybe the first one that he ever did, but the last two that Jim did, and I think there were 3 total. I said Jim, specifically that last one, the one with the uncle, the one where he had his Cash App up, and it was like, what's that thing where the guys have there's like
Swastika.
a number.
A swastika.
Yes, swastika. But he was also had like some number that's like a
1488.
Yeah, like his 18. What is it? 1848 or whatever.
1488. 1488.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what it is. Like when I saw that, I was like, oh shit. And I mean, I don't know him either. I've never spoke to him. He was never on. I think that one might even have been live. But I told Jim I'm not going to be on the show when this. Here's the reasons why. Number one, if we get into a court situation, and this is what I learned, and you're a credible witness, you're giving your testimony. See, that's the difference between me and Jim. Is I'm credible, Jim's not. When you start putting in 1488 into your Cash App. And okay, it's not super credible. That right off the bat, people are going to start questioning it. I'm not trying to shit over the guy. I don't know him. And we don't know if he's doing that for money. He didn't say that. And then, like, I don't want to be on shows with that topic, regardless of who it's about. And, like, I don't think that, like, here's how I look at these shows. I think people get off work or they're doing whatever they're doing in life, you know, get done with the grandkids or whatever, and they want to spend time having, like, I would go and watch Spider-Man today, laying back, kind of space out, hear some funny things, be associated with people they like. They don't want to hear about that subject. And especially if that subject is all that you're doing. That was my biggest fundamental disagreement with Jim. We could do anything we want. Now, it's hearsay. What these people said, and Betty Hayward did say this, there is no arrest for that. So hearsay is not admissible in court. They're less than credible. No disrespect to them. I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not associated with it. But it's funny that Eric Foss is shitting all over the guy who's making more money than him and Jim combined. Huh. Well, now it's the buying bots. And then it's he doesn't have enough likes. But he's not talking about the you know, I see Johnny's got 10 right here. Johnny's earned on this show more than Jim has. So it's funny with these kind of people like this. You know, is Eric Foss going to talk about, and I would argue it's a credible witness, and at least this one was fun and funny, when Jim interviewed the landlord of Eric Foss's that said he was shitting in the basement. Now that's we all had a good chuckle about. That wasn't that deep or dark. And Eric Foss is not known to be living in Beverly Grove. He's not in Atwater Village. He's in Ocala in a trailer park with his mom. He doesn't have any money. And he's not making any money. And obviously, I think he's colorblind, too, because he calls me the Pink Power Ranger. I guess he doesn't understand that XNN is purple. I mean, it's just dumb.
I guess because there was no purple Power Ranger.
Right. Well, and the Pink Power Ranger is the girl one. So,
yeah.
I've actually met the chick, one of the chicks who played the Pink Power Ranger in
Oh,
real
my
life.
Thank you, Mean Green. If you're out there listening, thank you, Mean Green, for the cash app. Thank you.
So here,
My
this
kids
is how.
love the Power Rangers.
So getting back to the subject, this is how I looked at it. The Fumble Nuts and Johnny Yarborough. I did this on my own. It had nothing to do with Jim. The falling out there and this and that, and Jim wanted to help him, and I know how Jim is, and I'm like, okay, is this self-serving or is this a win for everybody? Is this going to be a week? Is there going to be a giant attack? And it ended up being a lot longer than I ever, and it was very, very positive. I would argue that Jim, although part of the big reason was to bury Fumble Nuts, which it did happen, by the way. Johnny, for whatever reason, and part of it's probably Fumble Nuts just wanting to get away from it because he lost. But Johnny, when he was restarting back up, didn't have a huge audience, and Fumble Nuts had the people. Then Fumble Nuts lost all the people, and Johnny's way bigger than Fumble Nuts ever has been. And it's kind of similar. That's what happened to Jim, too. He's still got a few stragglers, like a Michelle Meltdown.
Yeah.
He's got some of those kind of people. So I wanted to see what was going to happen. And if this was going to blow up over here, I didn't want to get in the middle of it. I didn't want to start more fights. Here's an example. I think that I had a pretty decent rapport with Angel Gotti, especially when I was on there with her one-on-one. She might think I'm boring, but I never fought with that woman ever. I never fought with her. I think she lied a few times, but whatever. Not a big deal. That's mild compared to what's gone out there. And when all that stuff was going on with SoFlo, I'm getting death threats. Now, I do think that Angel Gotti didn't give me the due respect and would, allow her jabronis to speak up over me after I put in a fair amount of time. That's a different subject, but, that's why I don't want anything to do with that because Jim blew up that spot. And even with all that happened, I still never attacked or made fun of Angel Gotti. I did question the subscribers and it popping up to 10,000 and her having 4 people in the chat. 4 people in her live chat, and she had 10,000 subscribers. Now they're questioning me for having 250 live viewers, which, by the way, I believe I have, but I can't control if people have quote unquote purchased them from me. But my argument would be this: look at the super stickers. Like if I had 400 people,
they're saying that the same people keep buying the stickers and donating money.
That's a thing. And here's the thing: it's a variety of people. The ones that they're seeing are that are public are sticking it to them, but there's a lot more than that.
Yeah.
What's the thing they said? You only need like 100 people, like 100 followers to be, I don't know if they said to be a millionaire or to be wealthy, like 100 dedicated, like really good, you call them subscribers, followers, or.
Yeah.
1,000 something or other.
So
I think the term is it's 1,000 true fans.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be successful, and I don't like equating. I don't like the word fanatic or whatever, but followers, subscribers. I always use the word contributors. 1,000 true contributors. Well, in YouTube, if you have like a solid 20 or 30, you could do pretty well, and they're paying the freight for everybody else to watch it for free. For people like Mike Honcho, fence riders like Dale C. You're never going to see Dale C. give Jim more than $2, $5, if that. So I mean, it's just like I keep saying, this is just dumb. And between Johnny and my show, I go on Monday. Not always stuff going on Tuesday. Johnny goes on Wednesday. I don't know what happens on Thursday. I go on Friday, and then Johnny pops up over the weekend. I mean, that's enough. I mean, there doesn't have to be somebody on every day. So, and I believe that there's a lot more than just 20 or 30. It's just sometimes like there was a lady, I'm not going to say who it is, but she was going to be gone till like mid-August, who was a big contributor. There are some contributors that liked, and I'm saying a big monetary contributor. And I'm not like Jim. I'm not going to call her to say, where are you at? So she could start, throwing in again. I'm not like that. If she comes back, she's welcome back. And you guys probably know who she is. But if she doesn't, she doesn't. I mean, that's up to her. I hope she does come back, because I'll do my best to make her road trips a little bit shorter. Let me put it that way.
I don't know why people have to watch how much everybody gets on here.
Because that's the only real metric to people like Jim or Eric Foss. That's the only real metric. So that's the metric. They went off that metric when they started. They weren't making any money, and I could prove it. So I stuck to that metric. Like, this is your metric. This is the one that you talk about, Eric Foss and Jim, all the time. And you're getting you two compared to me aren't even half of what I am. So I mean,
that's why at the end of OTT, I had actually to keep what I sent you quiet, because on here, every show that I people were sending me clips. Oh, she gave him $500 this week. She gave him, and I'm like it just kept getting ridiculous. At one point, it was like $2,000. They said, and I'm like, oh my god!
Right. You know who else used to tell me that too? Steve, because people would see him in town in Montello and be like, "Well, you're giving these people stuff. Do you got $100 for me?" I mean, it's just like shitting all over people for people contributing to keep it alive. And here's the great thing about all this. I know for a fact that I've supported a lot of different shows with time and energy and making things and this and that. Sometimes money, not a ton of money, but and I know that I supported Jim for 3 months for not a penny. And I just think that the reason that they're bringing up, I know Jim's numbers, and there's no question he's down 80% of his money. But if you're gambling, let's just say he was making $100 and now he's only making $20. Let's just do it in $100 increments. there's no difference if you're going to gamble $100 or $20. You're still going to gamble it. You just lose more. You know, if you win $20. If you win $100, you win $100. There's no difference. What we call it is credits. It's not earnings.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact, I did the math today, and Jim knows how meticulous I am with this. When it comes to the super sticker, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo part of it, I had my best month. And I can't equate the OTT part of it because that's a completely different metric. And I don't have a membership. I had my best month since October in 2025. But part of it was because of the court hearing. Part of it was because of the 3-month. Part of it, and I did way less shows than I would have had to do on the OTT. And I know that I could look at myself and say, I tried. I brought up new guests I didn't bring Michelle back. I didn't bring, Janelle back. I might have gave some news about them, but I tried to do different things. I did different lives. I went to different places. What have you really gotten from Jim in the last month? What, a phone call to somebody that I worked with 19 years ago for 12 hours and you heard 2 minutes of it and you didn't have to get off his fucking couch? Like, what did you really get? Yeah, I went to Thriftapalooza. You guys had an entire show over here about going to a thrift store and finding something. I went 50 miles. Yeah, I mean, so I think, it's something different that I could share that isn't waking up on Saturday morning and screaming at Watcher Crazy.
I forgot to say something. Kathy bought me a van. Mr. X.
Right. Still never seen that. Still never seen And why do I owe all these people responses? I don't owe Leanne any kind of response to anything. I don't owe any of these people. I don't know. I'll give them a response, but I don't. And it's just silly.
It is.
But Johnny, I mean, you asked a question. You can ask me any question you want. I mean, and it's somebody. Yeah, when you were talking about what Eric Foss said, like, this was said about
that was Paul. That was Paul. That wasn't me. I don't have
or whoever. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't mind.
I don't have no problem with you, Mr. X. I love you, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Like, I got no problem with anybody really either. It's just, what's like Eric Spudik, who was on the show. Like, what's the point of calling him 6 times and sending him 6 or 7 times? Jim's tried to reach out to him, is what I've been told, and sending him a Facebook message. For what? You don't think that everybody that I'm going to be associated with and have come up there, that I'm not going to give them the fucking rigmarole of like, hey, listen, if you come up here, this is what probably will happen. And I told that to Hoger too. I told that to the attorney too.
Oh, he said he's going to call the judge on Monday again.
Yeah, he's going to get himself arrested. So, I mean, let me ask you this. Let's just play this out. First of all, the judge isn't going to pick up and be like, hello, this is Judge whatever her name is. Oh, this is Jim Terry. What's going on, sir? How can I help you? Like, she's not a judge. Like, she's a fucking customer service rep for AT&T or something. She's literally a judge in one of the biggest cities in California. Like, she just got time to. So what's going to be discussed? Hey, that case you dismissed 2 or 3 weeks ago, we think Mr. X wasn't telling the truth when he was giving his sworn testimony. Okay, that's fine. Would you like to file something, sir? Go down to the clerk of courts. What's it's dismissed. It's over. What is the crime, sir? What do you if you call law enforcement, if you have to see, that's the difference is when there's an issue with like that process server that Watcher Crazy said, we waited till the court case is over and we put in our police report and we left it there. That's it. And that way we're covered in that department if that we're allowed to do that. And if he did nothing wrong, he's got nothing to worry about. So Jim's going to call, Jim Terry called me, you know what? Let me go back and reverse something because this guy's calling me. In fact, if you guys didn't see it, when she was admonishing the type of rhetoric that Jim was using towards that young man. Not how I spoke, how Jim spoke. I'm like, what do you want me to do about it? Like, I don't control him. See, what they look for, Johnny, or whoever brought it up, is just anything that could be like they got a little bit of an ear open over there, but the ear is mostly closed, so they think that that's something that could be attacked, but it's over with. It's over.
Right.
I have every right in the world to file a restraining order on Jim. He threatened to knock my teeth out. He threatened violence. He read off phone numbers. I would get one in a heartbeat because, number one, I know how to serve him. Guarantee I could serve him. Guaranteed I could serve him. And he knows I can too. Number two, then I go into that thing. Oh, you got this. You look like a bitch for having a restraining order on somebody. That's what they would say if I got the Jim wouldn't show up. He wouldn't have to show up in person. He'd have to show up on camera, and he'd have to go. He'd just take it. But the moment he did something in the future, like start saying, well, here's this person's phone number, that person's phone number, I think he would still do it and test the waters. But then I got to get a phone call from my mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean that's the tough position I'm in. I could easily stop it and I would 100%. I got the recording where Jim said he's going to knock my teeth out, and easily got him on business interference too. He's contacting guests, all those people that have been on my show. Just the two people recently, actually, they'd write me a deposition in a heartbeat. Yeah, he called me. The attorney would write me a deposition. Yeah, he called and was trying to get like harassing calls, screaming calls.
And they may not want to come back on. I mean,
I wouldn't do that to Carol H. I wouldn't do that to Queen of Ossian. I wouldn't do that to Noodle Salad or anybody that goes over there that might not. I wouldn't do that to Bob.
I think Bob is done with YouTube.
Yeah, I think I know why. And I heard somebody say, and I think it was in a comment section about that Bob said a police officer contacted him. I've never heard that. I've spoke to Bob one time just recently, and I'm not going to get into at some point I'll explain, but it wasn't about that. He never told me about that. And I didn't record it or anything. I was giving him a little piece of information, a little heads up on something. And it wasn't about Jim. Just here's a little something I just want you to make you aware of. And you're not in trouble. Nobody's looking for you, but I just want you to be aware that this exists. That's all it was. And then later on, he said something. And I'm like, I never heard it, but people were saying that it did happen. So I'm like, if Bob said it happened, then he did. I believe him. But I wasn't privy to that information. He certainly didn't tell that to me directly. Maybe it happened afterwards. I don't know. So.
Well, he had put a post up saying something about he tried to warn Jim about stuff and he wouldn't listen and it got out of hand. So
Texas Granny and Barbara Buffalo are saying, I never heard Bob say that. Bob did not say that. He just finally agreed. Yeah.
He was paranoid too.
Oh, well.
Without taking pictures of him.
I feel bad because I like Bob.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people like Bob. Bob's good conversationalist. He's going to call people on their bullshit. I mean, there's no problem with him. He's, I think sometimes he goes through these pain. It's understandable with his back. He goes through pain spells, and that could affect him. Just like it could affect anybody. But when Bob's healthy and he's on his game, and I'm talking about like physically healthy from his back. I mean, he's funny. He's a good host. He's got a lot of stories. I mean, there's look at the chat here. A lot of people like Bob. But I'm not trying to stick him in the middle of anything. That's for sure.
Yeah, and then it gets to the point where they think he's working with haters and
Right, or
paranoid,
if he posts something, they're going to say that he's working for me. which is
Right.
not the case. I've spoke to him one time,
He's doing what he wants.
and he's never been on my show in like since the OTT, like in 6 or 7 weeks. One phone call. I called him a few times because I wanted him to be aware of something. That's it. It's that simple. So I'm not hiding from anything. I'm like, oh, Mr. X is hiding from this thing. I don't fucking know anything about it. And if I was Bob and some police officer did call from down there, I wouldn't give Jim the information. That'd be the last person I gave it to. See, Kathy, when you were talking about money earlier, and I made a mistake because this is the kind of guy I am. You sent money and said, don't say anything. And you did it a couple times. And like maybe twice or something like this is like right when you came back. It was a while ago. This is before like the OTT ended. And I almost felt bad. So I said, Jim, don't mention this, but Kathy's back and she started throwing me a little bit of money. Just be nice to her. Why would it hurt to be mean to her? Like don't talk about any of the stuff. She did help you get a van and this and that. Well, she owes me an explanation. Oh, I'm going to say something. I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have said anything. But I felt that it was like, I'm just being honest about it. Cause like if I had a bunch of people like, you're using my audience to rip me off, it would be something like that. And I'm like, I was like trying to give him advice, like, just be cool with everybody. Is that hard to do? I mean, and I think that if anybody deserves it, it would be her after what she helped you with, but he knew better. And that's why he's getting like $35, $23, $35 a show now. See, Jim's big thing is he really needs somebody or something to anchor onto. Somebody like the Mr. X, who's got the ability, the talent, that would put the time into making him look good. Or something like the OTT, or somebody like a Brooke Hogan, or a big, Dark Side of the Ring does an interview with him so he gets a new audience. That's what he's looking for.
Laura can't do it. She doesn't do it.
Oh my God, Johnny.
Ask him, Johnny. Ask him, Johnny.
Ask him what?
Can't Laura do it for him?
Can't Laura do it for him, Mr. X? PZ's
what?
asking. Do what?
What you just said. Be the person he needs. She just what?
I don't know. I'm gonna make a guess. This would be my guess.
Say no.
Well, I mean, you asked a good question. Let me just give you what I would be, and I don't know if this is accurate, but this would be my assumption. She's got her own job, and she makes enough money, I believe, not a lot, and I don't know how much she makes, but she probably makes enough money with no kids and a house paid off that she doesn't need Jim's money. I'm not saying she's like, let's just say, for example, you have everything paid off, but you make $35,000, $40,000 a year. I mean, obviously all the bills are in her name. So, I mean, it's like she doesn't need for a lot. She's not wanting for a lot. She's not like she's 20 years old or I don't think she needs a whole lot. So anything Jim brings in extra is extra money. But I think after all of this, my guess would be this. She probably would rather have Jim not earn any money and not have to deal with all the bullshit that he dealt with here. Because all it's going to do is either upset Jim and she's got to hear Jim bitch and complain about it. I don't think or people are going to come after her and she's feeling uncomfortable. I believe she would probably rather Jim just not do it. That would be my guess. Because the money at this point for Jim is very nominal. It's not going to be as much as it was in the past. There was a point on YouTube where Jim was making a shitload of money. So,
bakery before? I thought I read something about that.
What's that?
Did Laura have a bakery before?
Yes. Well, they had. I mean, you could put her name in her ex-husband's name, and they had some bread company or something. I don't know if it's considered a bakery or whatever happened but they were in some kind of competition. It's just a failure business because don't forget around that 2010 time frame when the economy is bad, I mean, if you're going to get a cheap piece of bread, you're going to go to fucking Walmart. You're not going to go get some designer coffee or designer bread when there's no jobs. So, I mean, and I don't know that the ex-husband needs to work for a lot either. I mean, his family's got money, but he does actually have a job. Like, I know where he works. He's a manager of a store. So I mean, that would be my guess. I don't think that she would. Hey, here's how you edit this. Here's how you do this. Here, I'm going to film something for you. Or, hey, I'm going to sit in a hot car while it's 110 degrees so you could go film something for 15 minutes. I don't believe she would do that. I think she's more detached from it than that. That would, I don't know. I mean, it's just, I'm doing it of what I think is, but I'm not saying that's 100% accurate. I don't know.
But she takes care of him financially, right? Housewife and.
I don't. I mean, I'm not saying that she's. My guess would be this. Again, I'm not there, so I don't know. But she's already got everything. It's not like at the end of the month, like, okay, the rent is let's just say $1,500,
Like Johnny and I.
and we both got to put in $750 each to pay the rent, right? And we're gonna split the bills down the middle. That's not the case. She's already got the house. Jim might cook dinner or fucking put up a deck or something like that, or cut the grass, but she would still have to live and still have to eat and still have to pay power and still have to pay for the internet. See, like the question would be is if you're going to stream for what Jim got for a van that he didn't get, he could have gotten Starlink and been in a situation where his internet upload speed would have been better, and he could have taken that on the road. But that's not how a gambler's mind thinks, you know. So I think that, you know, I don't know if that answers your question. That would be my guess.
Yes.
Because I wouldn't call it like a sugar mama situation. She just already happens to have everything in an area where things aren't very expensive either. Don't forget, that area in Northeast Ohio, everybody fucking blitzkrieged out of there. That place is a dump. Now, there are some areas that are nice, but, I mean, the property values, I mean, I think it's gone back up since, but there was one point that place was I don't want to say a ghost town, but it was bad.
Wow.
It was bad.
Oh, Donkey has a question for you.
I'm going to say this, but I want you to say this like this is what I would hear. And this is going to sound horrible, but I'm going to say this. Like, it's getting bad in the area. The quote unquote, the blacks are moving in. That's what they would say up in that area. Like, they're one street away. Like, oh my God, you got to run. You know, it's fucking ridiculous.
That's crazy.
That's how it's like Al Bundy. Imagine if Al Bundy was more racist. That's like Al Bundy, the guy who Ed O'Neill is from Youngstown, Ohio. So, and what I see here is there are a lot of people, regardless of what their ethnicity is. It doesn't matter if they're black or Hispanic, or you see more and more non-white professionals. You know, not blue collar type bullshit. Like, they're making $100+ a year. They got good jobs. No, not a nurse. You know, every cliche you want to use. Like, it's like families too. Like the husband and wife. I mean, everybody knows I'm not too far from LAX, but like they both work in aviation. Maybe not. They're not both pilots, but one is like a high level mechanic. It's just a variety of people. So. Okay, what's the question by Donkey Dick?
Whose tattoo was Leanne showing yesterday? Was she trying to bait him?
I did not see. All I saw was Leanne and Jim yelling at each other. I never saw any clip of any tattoo, so I couldn't answer that. You'd have to give me a link and a timestamp for me to see it. I didn't see it. So I don't know.
He was saying it was Laura's tattoo.
You'd have to show it to me. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't see it. And there's so many things where like Eric Foss comes on and Watcher Crazy comes on and Leanne's coming on, I think. And then like I hear different things. And then usually I'll just have somebody who's, you know, I've been close with, they'll give me like an email of like a breakdown of 2 or 3 things. And if something's really bad, if I don't happen to catch it live, then I would go back and watch it or be like, you know what, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, Donkey said she had last night's show, the whole show. She had it on the Avatar.
Okay, whose show last night? What do you
Leanne.
know what? Leanne had a show last night, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't even know I know Eric Foss had one in the morning. I didn't even know Leanne had a show. Let me look. I'll look it up.
Yeah, he said it was the Avatar.
That's why you got to be like very specific with me, because like I'm like I know people would say, well, Mr. X is pretending like he's not watching it, but he is. No, like I'm really
Not
trying to
watching.
go out of my way not to watch it. You know, I don't want to sit there for 2 hours and hear what a piece of shit I am. You know.
I'll be right back. I got a phone call.
Okay, go ahead. Get that phone call. So I see something from 21 hours ago. It looks that. I mean, probably it would definitely be her right arm, her right shoulder. So that seems to line up. If I were to turn my body around, that's the right. That looks pretty accurate. Like I've never studied the tattoo, but it's big and it's visible and trashy. So I can't guarantee anything, but probably. Like I'd try to be very careful in speaking in absolutes and very definitive things, you know. But it looks like it could line up, probably. And Barbara, not that I'm like some busy guy or this or that. It's just like I just don't want to. It's not entertaining to hear things about myself that are, or people that I like, or people that are around me that aren't entertaining, that aren't true, and that are like half of truths, or something I've already talked about like for 3 hours. You know, it's just you know, it's not like literally what I was doing on Saturday was, and I'll talk probably about it more on Monday, but got up, got something to eat, jumped in, or went down, got a rental truck. Already had it booked. Picked up the rental truck, went to a studio, a filming studio in the valley. Hot as hell up there too. This guy had some corrugated steel and some steel pipings. One of the steel pipings that we got off him was like a couple $1,000s new. He just wanted it out of the studio, and him and I had been talking. So now we walk in the studio, and I got some people there helping me, and the studio's wide open, like this is a filming studio, and it's a weekend, and I walk in there, and there's some people like quiet on the set. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't realize anything was filming here this weekend. So I'm like, well, I'm here to see the guy about picking the stuff up. He was just going to give it to me. He just wanted to make more space in his studio. So then I spent the next, you know, this is probably why Jim's screaming at those people. You know, you're like, I got to get gas, and, you know, make it up to, I know it's going to be hot as hell. You know, loaded everything into the, like, tons of this corrugated steel. Some stuff I probably am not even going to use because he just wanted it out of there. And the kind of the deal is we would take it all. I could probably scrap some of it. Now go all the way up to the Antelope Valley, unlock everything. It's 108, 110 degrees up there, and try to get it done as fast as humanly possible without like getting sick. Also, I had something to eat before we went up there. Now go back, get gas. I think I got Wingstop. Get some gas before I take the truck back, and the truck guy says that it doesn't have enough gas in it. And I'm like, do I go get more gas and spend another 30 minutes? Like I was trying to get it all done in one day because I wanted to go see this movie. I usually stay up there overnight, but it was just way too hot. So I mean, like, and then in the middle of all that, let's just stop in 106, 108 degree weather because I promised that it was coming, and do a 17 or 18 minute live. Like where I'm talking about like the things that happened earlier in the day. You can't get Jim to go anywhere live, let alone up front where he's going to tell you, you know. So, I mean, all that was just one day. Like I'm going to sit here in the morning and listen to them scream at each other. You know, it's just dumb.
Mr. X.
Yeah.
PZ said you should have saw that ugly how she looked.
She surprised us and went live last night on Eric.
I know. I did hear about that. I did hear that she turned her. You're talking about Leanne turned her camera on for a second. Yeah. Now somebody did email me about that. I didn't see it though.
We thought I had nightmares.
Yeah, somebody explained it to me like she had like 2 udders hanging down or something like that.
And Jim loved him. He commented on him.
I mean, I guess good. I mean, I don't know. You know, and then meanwhile, like I'm sitting here and I'm hearing, like I understand what's going on. Part of it's Master of Chaos. Part of it is, see, like I hear this is, let me explain this to everybody. So if Jim does this to you, you know it. And I'll just say it so it's very clear so you don't do this with him. You know, if say, well, Johnny, you were driving around in that car and you had red gloves on. I had somebody who saw it. Like, and then what your thing would be to do is you don't owe him an answer. Be like, I wasn't driving. I don't have any red gloves. You just gave him information. He wants you to correct him, to give him, it's a thing cops do, to give them more information. Like they'll say something that's false, so you quickly correct them and here's the thing, just fire back at them. That's what I do. That's what I did off air. See, like he was talking about the fire thing and I talked about this on the show yesterday about the almost burning down the parents' house. The reason I brought that up was not him being a fuck up. It was I've talked about literally, figuratively putting out fires. That was literally putting out fires. And what he does is, instead of his parents being pissed on him because he pissed off at him because he made a stupid mistake, he's not out there with a hose spraying down the walls, or obviously a hose isn't going to. Those flames, dude, were 15 feet high. They were scary. I got fucking pictures of what it looked like afterwards. I could go get them at some point and pull them up. I don't know if I'm going to do that because that's going to take some work that I just don't want to waste my time on. They were high. So my thought was, if I can get the grass and get the side of the house, if any embers hit it or the roof, because I've watched all these survival shows, that'll stop it, at least from burning the house down. So at that point, instead of Jim saying, hey, let me go get a bucket, let me go do this, let me go do that, instead of that, the neighbors are coming over and Jim starts fighting with them. So the focus isn't on him and what he just did. That's a classic Master of Chaos. So I would just be aware of those kind of things that he does. And people, like I've heard, Leanne and them are starting to fire back with things that I've said. You know, instead of, because I've seen Rainbow Melon go online and just Jim will say this, and she feels a need to defend herself. Well, I know Jim. I told her, I said, I know Jim well enough. You don't have to defend yourself. In fact, when she was going back and forth with Jim, I was feeding her what to say. That was one of the few times I was watching. I was texting her what to say, like Idaho Farmer would text Jim what to say in a prank. So she doesn't have to respond. She could just ask Jim questions back. That's the best way to neutralize what he does. And then just neutralize, also outwork him. Because he's not going to put any real effort in. It's a cash grab. It's an ATM. If you were thinking you would have made a short film about the Clearwater Fire Department. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I know you're joking, but if I don't know what fire department that was. I don't think it's Clearwater because it's not the same area. But if they knew Jim did that, somebody would have gotten a bill for the fire department coming out there. And Jim did tell them there were some kids back there that may have started the fire. So, because hey, I made like the fire. I don't know if it was like $1,500 or $2,000. It was like higher than you would think, like for them to come out if you fucked up. Oh, I put some ashes in here. So that was a thing. I mean, I'm not part of that, but yeah, I mean, and Barbara, you're right. You could ignore to an extent, but at some time you got to say, you know. Yeah, I've made enough short films, you know, that have helped monetize Jim, like that. Like you probably wouldn't get too many people to fly across the country on their own dime. And granted, obviously I'm on the OTT too, so I'm getting a piece of it. Go, pay for their own Halloween Horror Nights thing and then follow him around and be getting the shit of it at Halloween Horror Nights for nothing. It's not like he said, hey, listen, you come out here and do this. I'm going to I'll pay your way since you're doing this. Jim's not going to give money to anybody, So like I paid my way, and granted I was getting part of it, and then like focused on Jim. Like, why would I do that in the future? And then when I did the show, his show was fighting with Lacey H and BJ. Instead of focusing on like, hey, let's talk about this Halloween Horror Night. So our footage isn't that great, but we can find like, they had like a Bigfoot haunted house. Let's find the actual footage of the Bigfoot haunted house that was done with like, when they allowed him to go through, and then we could show ours. Like we could turn this into something. No, that would have been some work.
Yeah, everybody. So thank you all for coming out. It's been fun so far.
Yeah, I'm about to go eat here in a little bit, Johnny. What else you got?
I don't got nothing left, Mr. X. I'm about to eat too, so
all right.
I gotta go get me some food.
What are you eating tonight?
Paul's making me a special dinner tonight.
What's he making?
Hey, Paul, he won't tell me. It's a surprise.
Well, let me say thank you to a few more people. Mean Green came in $3. Thank you, Mean Green.
Thank you, Mean Green and Barbara.
And you know what else is like? I always got like these little things that I'm like working on, like catching up with like little bits and pieces. By the way, I want to say thank you to Texas Granny, too. She came in today. Like that. So, and then before I know it, it's Sunday night, Friday morning, and I'm working on the next show, or Thursday night. It's like there's always other things I could do that don't involve just sitting there and listening to Leanne. Like some of you guys, if you find that entertaining and you like that and you want it, I'm not looking down on you. I just don't do it. I mean, you want to talk about boring. And then she might say something like, both their shows were boring. Why? Because we're not talking about you? You're not the center of everything?
I go on your show and Johnny's, and that's it now, because I don't want to get in the middle of any of this crap.
Yeah, I hear you too, Barbara. Barbara Buffalo's here. But I mean, like to hear Jim and Leanne fight each other. I heard a little bit about something about, I can't remember the part of the show that I heard, but it was Jim talking about the process service, the server that got Leanne, and Leanne saying that she was, she's thrown out of the company and all this and that. Because like I can get little pieces of it. Jim in that scenario is 100% right. Leanne's wrong, and I'm not saying that lady owns the process service, just like the guy down in Orange County that worked for Watch Her Crazy owns the process service company. Now she might have worked as a court something or other, court liaison, but to my knowledge, she was not fired from anywhere. She's a paralegal too. The lady that served Leanne is a lot higher up in the world in that world than the guy Watch Her Crazy got. Like the guy that Watch Her Crazy got is about the same level as the guy that we got that served Watch Her Crazy. That lady that served Leanne is like a much higher level. Jim found her too. Jim's right. He did pay for part of it. So I mean, in that scenario, when what they were talking about, that was a little bit that I heard. Jim was right about that.
Johnny, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, Kathy. You're good, Kathy. You do a good job over here, Kathy. Thank you.
Yeah, and maybe so, Donkey Dick, maybe it's a myth or this or that, but, I don't know. I just know that came up as a potential problem. So, And they both say things about each other at points that have some truth to it. But
Yep.
yeah, like and I heard Leanne say something. Well, if he thinks I did something wrong, why doesn't he sue me in federal court? So okay, I'll answer that question. Okay, so the goal of doing that is that she would stop stealing. They did. They never did it again. There has not been an OTT for 6 weeks. And it does nothing for me. And I was involved in something else, and I got other stuff that's picking up. Like, why would I go after her? For what? We know, like, let's just mathematically think about this. She's got liens. What, am I just going to be in line for it? I would win. It would cost me more money to go after him, just like down in San Diego, than what I would get back. And in Leanne's situation is going to be like this, like getting back the money in San Diego. If like that's 100%, like there's no question about that. Like that's if I wanted to do that. Leanne's thing is she's in a different state. She's already got other liens. She's gonna now she's aware of being served. Like it's going to be harder to prove a lot more. It's the OTT's over with. She's not. If she would have continued that and continue that and continue that, and just said, well, sue me. I'm just going to continue to use it over and over and over again. Then, yeah, we would have had to make a decision. But the main reason to do that, and this is why she doesn't understand, is it's the ebb and flow of how YouTube does strikes. Somebody steals from you. You got to pay money to copyright that content. You copyright that content, and then you strike them, and then they're going to say it's fair use. If you do nothing at that point, it ends there. Because YouTube legally doesn't want to probably, I'm just assuming, I'm just going to guess. I don't want to speak on their behalf, but probably just doesn't want to go on it beyond that. Well, the Copyright Claims Board thing, which is a relatively new thing, it's not like it's been around 20 or 30 years. If that exists and they see that there is a claim or a quote unquote case, I hate to call it a lawsuit because I don't think it's really that, but then they say, oh, we got to err on the side of caution. Let's take it down so we're not liable, YouTube would say, right? Or maybe it's just their AI just saying, hey, this ain't worth it. We're a giant corporation. And the goal is to stop. And the bonus for Jim would be to get the process service on camera. See, Leanne's process service on camera was way better than when I dealt with that Diaz guy. Because what happened with that Diaz guy is got shoulder to shoulder with him, and he started saying, are you going to follow me to my car? Like with his voice quivering. And I was like, we want to see who you are. We want to see what your name is. Like, if you serve Jim like that, I believe he would do either one of two things, depending who it is. Like if the guy's some huge guy, it'd be one thing. He would either try to fight the person or he'd try to take off. Where I confronted the person, like Leanne's daughter, you could tell Leanne doesn't talk to her daughter because her daughter was completely unaware, like that this was going on. And we had already discussed it online that it was coming. So it's not like she just must not talk to her daughter. And Jim is also right, and I heard this little bit too, about there's a point where like she would have to admit that if she wanted to get out of the service, that the house is deeded over to another family member. He's right about that too. But here's what he's wrong about. Regardless of what Leanne said, if that 3-person tribunal at the Copyright Claims Board accepted it, regardless of what her response was, they accepted. That's the end of story, and they accepted it. So it doesn't matter what she would have turned in. It was already a done deal. So her only option was to opt out. And if she would have walked into court, she'd have got beat just like everybody else has. The only person ever to get somebody on a Copyright Claims Board and win, to go into a civil restraining order case of a person I've never met, never spoke to, and have it dismissed or win, and the only person ever, think about these three, think if you could find any YouTuber that has one of these, let alone 3 of them. to have E&O insurance and collect the full policy. All three. I mean, St. Leo, are you listening? Why would I could do a whole fucking... I'm the only one who's ever done that. I never heard any YouTuber getting E&O insurance, let alone collecting on a policy. So I've never heard of anybody else do. I scoured, Johnny, YouTube to see if anybody else had done copyright claim board. I spoke to attorneys. There was that Panosian guy. He put me in touch with an attorney down actually in Irvine, California, in Orange County. And he was like fascinated with this copyright claims board. And this guy was like a copyright attorney. He didn't even know anything about it. I was teaching him. Isn't that fucking nuts? He's like, yeah, keep in touch with me. I could keep you on point with the legal. I want to know what happens with this. I've never heard of anybody doing this. I don't even think he knew what it was. And he's like a copyright attorney. Because a lot of people don't deal in this streaming world. And he was giving me advice.
Wow.
I write it up a certain way, and the court says, well, you have to put it in this thing. And then the attorney would suggest something, so then it would be re-amended that way. So like that's how that worked. What am I? Why doesn't he just sue me? What am I going to be in line to collect from you too? Just silly.
It's crazy.
Well, like I said, that's why I reached out to that professor over at St. Leo that does. I talked about this on XNN. There's a guy there who's doing what's it called? I'm forgetting the term now. It's called influencing. And I'm not an influencer, don't get me wrong, but that part of it, insurance, lawsuits, and copyright, people stealing your content and all that. I was copywriting stuff around the time I was at St. Leo. That's how long ago that was. So I think I'm not like an attorney or an expert at it, but I know more than like an average person about it. Like I've been through the process dozens of times. And that was just one more process that I went through. And the goal was, number one, to stop her. And number two, if that helped Jim get some footage, but like hopefully it would slow down her channel. And it 100% did. It did did I think that she was going to show up and give, and lose and give $5,000? Absolutely not. We said from the moment that we announced it that she would not show up. I didn't say the term opt out. I didn't want to give him information, but I said she won't show up. I guarantee it. I said it right from the beginning. Like that was the first thing I said, because I knew that option was there.
Yeah.
So, oh well.
Mean Green said hello.
What's up,
Hi,
Mean Green? All right, Johnny, I'm gonna go eat. I'm hungry.
All right, Mr. X.
Call later, Kathy.
Okay.
Or not tonight if you're around tomorrow. Maybe I'll catch up with you during the week or something. See how things are going.
Yeah, I'm here, Mr. X. What's up?
No, I'm just about to take off. Are you going to the fair or not? You got about 2 weeks left.
No, I'm not going to go. It's too expensive for us.
Damn it.
Yeah.
All right. What about Queen Mary? You going there? Dark Harbor?
Yeah, we're going to go there. We're going to do meet for October.
Yeah, or, I think it starts in like a couple weeks. They're already doing pre-sales on it.
Yeah, I gotta get this concert underneath my belt first, Mr. X.
Okay.
I gotta call.
All right, well,
All the stores have Halloween out already.
I know, it's crazy. Like they're starting is like late July.
Yeah, I'm going to this concert next month, so I gotta get that underneath my belt.
Okay.
Plus, me and Paul's been talking about like listening to some calls on because there's a YouTuber that does nothing but in our area that does LA County that does police streams. So that's what we've been doing. We've been listening to the pre-streams, and if we get we see if there's a call that we can go to, we're just gonna go to it, and I'm just gonna film it, and then I'm gonna show it on my show like a pre-recorded show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those are good. Or just live show, and then you talk about what's happening.
Yeah,
those are always good too. All right, sounds good.
All right, Mr. X. Thank you for coming out
All right.
here.
Thank
Kathy,
you, everybody.
Okay, good night.
Maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow on the XNN.
Yes,
Yes.
you will.
Yes, you
Get
will.
out of here. Now,
All right, good
again.
night, guys. Look, I like you guys. Thank you for coming out here tonight. Thank you, Kathy.